Here's to the creative ones, the iconic heroes of the advertising world. Names like Bernbach, Ogilvy, Riney, Goodby, Boguski, and more. They've changed the world with pencils and paper, and big ideas, very big ideas, nutty ideas even. The kind of ideas that land an advertiser's message with all the precision and devastation of a knockout punch. Their ability to see something others don't and bring it home to us with stunning clarity is why they are admired. And it's why every student of advertising aspires to be them. But the headlines and textbooks are less adoring when it comes to another class of important contributors, the media pros. They are the ones whose talent and toil connects the dots. They make the message possible at all. Their ranks are filled with unsung creative brilliance of another kind. The quality of communications ad agencies produce is highly variable, of course. That's what separates one from another. The best from the rest, as they say. Inherent in the quality of an agency's work is its media thinking and its execution. Smart media occupies the precious territory that divides wild success from painful and costly failure. Advertisers spend as much as 90% of ad budgets buying space and time to carry carefully crafted messages to the masses. This makes the role of the media maestros all the more important. It's a complicated business. Getting it right takes talent, tools, and years of experience. The more spent on media, the higher the expectations, and the more complex the task. As with any serious business endeavor, the philosophies, procedures, and practices of media practitioners are filled with nuance. It is this nuance that escapes detection of all but those who make it their full-time occupation to study, learn, and evolve with the business. Yet even the smartest media pros can get outsmarted on occasion. This is why our approach is collaborative. We simply can't know it all. Nobody can. Shared knowledge and opinions are central to success, all of our success. Clients, media industry peers, and agency team members of all stripes are invited into our collaborative process. Through careful monitoring and study, even client competitors and our fellow ad agency peers are included, whether they know it or not. It's a large and complex business ecosystem designed to foster mutual benefit. Balance is the key. Balance is at the root of every participant's sustained success. Advertisers, agencies, the media, and customers, of course. We each have big stakes in the game. And while the success is personal for all of us, it takes cooperation to achieve it and make it last. Too often, we think in the limited terms of win or lose. But no system supports its host for long when one of its members is consistently outgained by the others, intentionally or otherwise. Given this as our starting point, here's how Loomis goes about the business of turning client budgets into big results. We follow a 6-step process: asking, assimilating, planning, executing, auditing and evaluating, and grading. We start with good questions. Questions about our client's business, their performance past and present, their goals and objectives, their customers and competitors, local variations on all of the above, and more. You get the idea. We figure out what we know, and importantly, what we don't. Where original research is required, we do it. Then, we build the brief. We assimilate everything we've learned into a media brief. It's just like a creative brief, only it's about media. Through writing and revision, it serves as the unifying device for creating client and agency alignment. It's our shared understanding of what needs to be done. Then, we lay out the battle plan for achieving the objectives. All good agencies have access to syndicated research resources required for drawing up smart plans. They're the familiar sources: MRI, Simmons, Scarborough, and more. These are the tools of the trade, and every craftsman has them. And of course, we need to understand the going rates, the prices for fair trade. Thankfully, so do others, which is why there are famous agency services like Squad, SRDS, web costs, and others that are readily available for gathering critical cost intelligence. We won't pay too much, of course, but we don't want to pay too little either. The media will sometimes produce a lower rate to appease us if we're demanding enough. It's not that hard to do. But there's a reason the old saying, "you get what you pay for," dates to antiquity. This important subject is worth another word or two. It's awfully tempting to look at the rates an advertiser is paying and issue opinions on the prices. But proceed with caution and real information when you do. Making apples-to-apples comparisons is a difficult thing to do. Suffice to say, it's in the best interest of every member of the media ecosystem to generate real value for advertisers. It goes back to the ancient observation that unattended imbalance destroys any system. Once we've done our homework, built a strong plan, picked the best channels and partners to deliver our message, and negotiated the best rates, it's time to pull the trigger. No plan is worth its salt unless it's well executed. Agencies process mind-boggling streams of data each year executing and tracking media plans for clients. Loomis processes thousands of buys for clients, generating literally millions of data points. They're funneled through our media department to media partners and back and forth again and again in an endless cycle of planning, processing, and tracking. But it's not all about data, of course. Nothing good gets done without great people and great partnerships. And that brings us to the critical subject of auditing and accountability. No agency can function as a good steward of a client's resources if it lacks a tight system for proving its performance. That's where post-buy analysis comes in. And again, agencies and advertisers have a wealth of third-party data at their disposal to get this important job done. Finally, it's time for judgment. Did we win the race? Or stall the engine at the starting line? Even the most conscientious planning, pricing, analyzing, and proving of performance still doesn't make the process complete. Only when the piles of data, endless discussions, and thousands of collective man-hours are evaluated and adjusted for improvement have we completed the first lap. Yet even this accomplishment entitles us only to one more run around the track. But the truly exciting thing is that with the right adjustments, we can go even faster next time. And there you have it. This is how we do media at Loomis. Did we answer all your questions? Certainly not. If we've done our job here, we've only provoked more informed questions. And that's what it's all about. At its best, we believe doing good media work can be reduced to a cycle of considered planning, continuing critique, and thoughtful improvement. And it can only be done when shared interests are honored by all those involved. When it's done well, the results can be magical. So what do you say? Who's up for creating a radical conspiracy of shared success? Loomis is. And so are the real heroes of the media business. Got questions? We'd be pleased to address them.